Visualization training is a key part of learning to use memory techniques like the Memory Palace and the Major System well. But even highly visual people often struggle, and there are clear reasons why, and even clearer solutions. Let's check them out. Hi there, this is Anthony Metivier from magneticmemorymethod.com, where I help mature learners of every age take mental adventures using memory techniques. Our community helps you make learning easy, effective, elegant, and fun, so hit that subscribe button now and make sure to enable notifications with the bell icon. That way you won't miss a thing, especially our live streams where you can get answers and inspiration from the valuable members of the Magnetic Memory Method community. And while you're subscribing, and even if you're already subscribed, hit that thumbs up and let's go. Now, when it comes to memory techniques, visualization is a tricky word. Why? Because memory techniques use a multi-sensory approach, not just the sense of sight. And all of us who teach memory training are guilty of talking in pictures only. Personally, I'm doing the best I can to correct this problem because the emphasis on seeing pictures in your mind in the memory books and courses is locking so many people out of learning these skills that it makes me physically ill just to think about it. Not only is visualization not really about seeing pictures in your mind, but it's so much fun and so incredibly easy to do if you know what you're doing. So all of our 3 study tips today fall under the rubric of what I call the magnetic memory sensory scan. And here's what I want you to do. 1. Draw a simple memory palace. Don't overthink it, don't complicate it, don't make it any more or less sophisticated than the memory palace you see in the first few minutes of my free course available at magneticmemorymethod.com/YT. If you do overcomplicate it, you're just slowing your progress down. And I know why people make this mistake. It's not just that they worry they're not visual, they also worry that the techniques will take too long to learn or will be too difficult. Please don't decide that in advance. You simply cannot know until you give them a try, and you might be pleasantly surprised by just how quickly things go when you complete the exercises in a spirit of playful experimentation. Just let go of the need to control the outcome. Trust me, that's what I needed to do, and it's what I need to do every time I create a new video, release a new book, or launch a new course. Letting go of the need to control the outcome is the secret to just about every kind of success in life. Now that said, once you've drawn your memory palace, close your eyes. I know that sounds weird, but something magical has just happened. You've visualized your memory palace. It's now a couple of squares on a piece of paper. You no longer need to visualize it if you don't wish. And even if you're a visual person, you now have the opportunity to practice unvisualizing the memory palace. It's kind of like practicing some of the techniques you'll learn in Zen meditation, and very rewarding. 2. Run through the following senses with your eyes closed. Feel the floor beneath your feet in the memory palace. Imagine what the walls feel like when you touch it with your hand. Perhaps even mentally walk a while with that sensation of your hand on the wall from one corner in a room to the next. Then imagine how it sounds in this memory palace. What do your feet sound like as you walk around the memory palace? What does it sound like when you run your hand along the walls? Finally, think about any smells or tastes associated with the memory palace. For example, when I think about the boys' house of coffee around the block, I imagine the taste of their coffee and the smell of their wonderful bacon and eggs. 3. Open your eyes and look back at the page with your memory palace drawing. Still just some squares on the page, right? Maybe. If you really think about it, that simple drawing is now really something quite different. It is a multi-sensory memory palace, and all it took is just 2 to 3 minutes to make it magnetic. It will be much stronger now and easier to use. Cool, right? Well, it gets even better. You can follow the same process with every magnetic image you create. For example, have a look at this picture of Bender from Futurama. Now, this picture is from one of the first times I realized just how powerful visualization training that draws upon all the senses can be. You see, it was a dark winter in Berlin, and I wasn't feeling great. I didn't even feel like learning German that day, but I'm not a person who waits for motivation to arrive. And there's a memory training secret for you. You don't need to wait for motivation or inspiration or anything magical like that. Taking action creates more inspiration and motivation than you'll ever need. Just take action and the resources you need will arrive because you're in motion. Give it a try. Now, I raised the point because that's exactly what happened with this example. Even though I started out not feeling like it and started drawing because my brain fog was just too strong that day to visualize, I instantly saw how I could feel Bender's actions. I instantly heard Steve Reich drumming. I instantly smelled the money in this magnetic image that helped me memorize the sound and meaning of the word. To sum up, my 3 main visualization training tips for you are: 1. Take a load off the visual parts of your brain by making simple drawings. This works for both your memory palaces and all the magnetic imagery you place within them. 2, mentally run through other sensations. I've discussed only a few possible options today, but sound, feeling, smell, and taste are more than enough to get you started with multisensory visualization. 3, let go of the outcome. I know this sounds very zen, and that's probably because it is, and you can't control the outcome anyway. No one can. A key source of failure that Buddhists and everyone from the world's biggest business coaches to the most successful athletes is to give up the need to have guaranteed results. In tennis, they call the technique of letting go checking your strings. You know the moment, right? The tennis player steps back and starts checking the strings on the racket. They're doing this to take their mind off what just happened and give up thinking about what's going to happen next. Keeps them in the zone. This practice is important because trying to own the outcome in advance is just not realistic. Again, a definitive factor of success in every field is that top performers let themselves feel the fear and do it anyway. Or, like checking the strings of the tennis racket, they distract themselves so they can focus on the moves that matter. This analogy might sound cliche, but it's far from it. Visualization training is not only the most likely way to speed up your progress to better results for memory techniques, it's the only way. And in terms of brain exercise, it's a good in and of itself. And if you're still having troubles letting go of the outcome, here's one final tip. Focus on your breath and relax the muscles throughout your body. We hold on to so much stress in these areas of our bodies. Your brain and all the thoughts in it are physical. You might not think that your thoughts are physical, but if they're not taking place in your brain chemistry, which is physical, where else could they take place? The fact is that when you change your physical state, the nature of your thoughts changes precisely because of the physical connections between thoughts and brain chemistry. You'll also likely find that you can more readily access these other levels of mental imagery, and that's a huge part of what puts the magnetic in magnetic memory method. All the more reason to realize in your visualization training that it's not about seeing pictures in your mind. It's about tapping into all the senses that you possibly can as part of your practice. As always, thank you for the view, and if you're watching this and still uncertain of exactly how memory techniques work and how you can apply them to your life, get my free memory improvement kit at magneticmerrymethod.com/YT. The link is in the description below, and you'll be able to quickly complete 4 videos and go through 3 compact ebooks with examples, exercises, and a summary of the videos. If you haven't done it yet, hit that thumbs up, get subscribed, and leave a comment below. Every short sentence and interaction helps me continue helping you because it lets the robots know that humans care about the great memory tradition we all need to defend. Thanks again, hope to hear from you soon, and until we speak again, keep yourself magnetic.